All right, we are back here for the fourth and final championship game here today. It's the 14U Premier Championship game here today between the Worcester Cowboys. We saw a great game with in the 14U game, 15U game rather, taking on the New England Brotherhood here on Fans Only Sports Network. Tim Duffy back here on the call for our fourth and final game here today. A lot of action that you'll be able to see on our Instagram at FO Sports after the game, alongside our website, fansonlysports.com, both with Z's at the end. We're still in just disbelief after the game we just witnessed between the Cowboys and the Brotherhood. Sorry, the Cowboys and the Storm, rather, from Tenfold. With the Cowboys trying to go 2 for 2 on the day here. Just been something else we've seen today, so Brotherhood in the green. Cowboys in the white. This game, no warm-ups in this game. This game's already starting late enough, so they're just saying, get out there and let's play this. Starting in about 35 minutes off schedule. Final game of the day. Brotherhood, Cowboys, we're underway. This one picked up by Davino Colon at the 25, and Colon gets down to the 34-yard line. That is where Cowboys will start their first drive here today. First down on the end around. Colon wrapped up after a gain of a couple right there. Quarterback here for the Worcester Cowboys, William Darling, starting QB. Colon picks up 2 on the play there, and it's the opening one of the game for the Cowboys. Second down and 8. Darling gives right up the gut for Colon, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage there for no gain. Third down coming up. First third down for the Cowboys here in this championship match. Third and 8 for Darling. Sends his man in motion from the left to the right. That was Jazzy and Torres. Little fake to him. Darling fires at the sticks. It's caught for the first down. Colon down across midfield to the 49-yard line. Gain of 15. The first completion for Darling as well. First and 10. Give it. Torres looking for a hole, and he can't get one. He lost 2. Gets back in his own territory as well. 2-yard loss for Josian Torres. It's been a great day here at Brown University. Great weekend. We had 5 games yesterday on our network, 4 today. It's the 4th and final one. It's had an absolute thriller the last game. Hopefully this one lives up to the hype as well. Here's the screen. A flag flies immediately, and the catch, run after the catch from Jay-Sean Atkins, not going to get really anywhere there either. Let's see what the flag is. It was on the defense. It was on the Brotherhood. But I don't think anything happened from it, so go in the books as a negative 1-yard catch from Atkins. Now it's 3rd and 13. Third and 14, actually. One for one on 3rd down here already. Atkins, the motion man. Darling, pump, throw it deep, down the field. Atkins makes the catch, and he's got the first down to the 38-yard line. No gloves, just skill. Picks up 15, moves the chains. Two big 3rd down throws from William Darling here. And gone for 15 yards both times. From the 38. They've killed off 4.5 minutes of this first quarter clock. Low snap. Going to get it to Atkins anyways. Atkins breaks a tackle, has a first down and some more. Not first down, but has a good gain and some more down to the 31-yard line. Able to get 7 on a play that really should have been a loss of a couple right there. So now it's 2nd and 3. Torres the back. Got a couple guys next to Darling as well. It goes to Torres, and he is stacked up. No gain. Actually lost a couple of yards there. Makes it 3rd and 5 now. Torres, that is now 3 carries for negative 4 yards on this opening drive, and it'll be the third down here on the drive for the Cowboys. Looking to go 3 for 3. Atkins the motion man, and that's going to be a flag. And it will be false start. I think it might have been a delay of game, actually. Because they were saying that they were taking forever to snap the ball, the Brotherhood sideline, and they officially called a delay of game here with 5:20 and counting down. So 3rd and 10 now. Distance has not been a problem on 3rd downs here for the Cowboys. converted 3rd down and 10, and now 3rd down and 14. Now it's a 3rd and 10 again. Atkins in motion again. Here's the setup, the throw for him, and Atkins right after the catch, looking for a block. He'll just be a little bit shy of the first. Got about 8 of the 10 right there, and it's going to be 4th and short. Atkins with a 6-yard gain. 4th and 4, they're going for it. So we've seen the success they've had on 3rd down. Can they convert on 3rd? They've killed off 2/3 of this first quarter clock on this opening drive. Darling sends Atkins out wide. Here's the screen. It's caught. Looking for a block from Torres, and he got a really good one. A flag is down, though. It's a 1st down, but the flag might bring it back. Luke Patterson with the catch and a good run after it, but this might be coming back. Couple flags flying, and yeah, it's against the Cowboys. A hold. 2nd penalty on the drive. So 4th and 4 now becomes 4th down and 13. They say it was a yard above the line of scrimmage that the holding was called. 4th and 13, and they're going to go for it again. They don't care. I wouldn't either. Not that that matters, but here's 4th down for the Cowboys. Going to throw a floater, incomplete. Patterson didn't have a chance, and that's a turnover on downs. And here comes the Brotherhood offense for the first time today. Quarterbacked by Caden Coy. We've seen taking snaps, lined up on the sideline, and good drive by the Cowboys that took a lot of time off the clock. However, no success right there. It was an 8-minute, 36-second drive. The Brotherhood out here, probably one of the coolest names of all these teams, the Brotherhood. Who doesn't love camaraderie and brotherhoodness? I love my boys, so I would love to play for a team that was all about that. However, I'm way past those years, so anyways, Caden Coy, the quarterback here for the Brotherhood, lines up in the gun on 1st and 10. Coy looking under pressure. Coy sacked by a swarm of Cowboys. They lasso him to the ground. It's a loss of 5. It looked like about 3 of them got in there. I couldn't even tell which one got there first, but Caden Coy takes his first sack today. Brings it back to the 36-yard line. This first quarter flying by. Jakari Harris, the back, here on 2nd and long. It's a big running back right there. Harris and Coy. Puts Harris in motion and hands it off to him, and Harris, the flag is down. He will pick up about 2 on the play, and then some tussling at midfield between a couple of guys. playing until the whistle blows, and let's see what they call this penalty here. There's actually 2 offsetting penalties. That's what they said, so it's going to remain 3rd down and 14 now. So Harris gets a yard there, 3rd and long anyways. From the 37. Handoff right up the middle to the motion man, and able to get down to the 44-yard line on that play. That time it was Deontay Horton Jr. able to get a modest gain of 7. And now that makes it 4th down and 7. They're going to go for it, looks like. From the 44, the 49-yard line of the Cowboys is the line to gain. Harris is the standalone man in the backfield here, so Coy will not take this snap here. Harris will instead, but it's a false start first. And that is going to probably kill the drive there. A bad false start as well, and they can't believe it. First penalty against the Brotherhood comes on a crucial 4th down. So let's see if they still want to go for it here with half a minute remaining in the first quarter. They don't have to snap it, and I think they know that. They're coming off the field, and they'll talk about it here. Timeout was actually called by the Brotherhood, rather, with 13 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And interesting to see what they're going to do here on 4th and a dozen. This is a long way to go. Fourth and 12. Coy is back in. They're going to go for it. No, he's going to punt, rather. That's a good kick. All right. Probably the best kick we've seen today. Feel at the 30-yard line. And got nothing. Jake Economo brought down immediately. 4 seconds now left here in the first quarter, so excuse the quadruple zeros on the screen. There's still 4 seconds left here in the fourth. Last play of the quarter, handoff to Torres, and Torres will be wrapped up, brought down. That's going to end the first. Loss of a couple right there. And after 1-0-0, Cowboys and the Brotherhood not up at 0 apiece. Cowboys with the ball for the second time begin the second quarter. We'll be right back in about 30 seconds. That came from Torres, getting 0 yards there. Second down and 10. For the Cowboys. Low snap, over the middle, dropped, incomplete. Davino Colon could not hang on. And now it's third down. Cowboys 2 for 3 on third down that first drive. Impressively picking up those first 2 third downs they had as well, with some big gains. Darling takes the snap. Darling steps up, looks, airs it out downfield. Colon is open and he makes the catch. And then, yes, did he catch it? He did. They call it a completion. They didn't know at first. One official saying it hit the ground. The other one called it a catch. In the meantime, it is a completed pass to Davino Colon for 37 yards. Brotherhood is trying to say that ball hit the turf. And now they say incomplete. So Colon with back-to-back drops. Wow. That is rough. So now it's going to be fourth down and long. I mean, are they going to go for it? Can't really tell right now. I mean, no, they're going to punt. So Davino Colon, back-to-back drops, and just kills the momentum the Worcester offense was having. Here is the punt. And returning on a bounce. Gets down to the 44-yard line. That is where the Brotherhood will start this drive with 11:34 left in this first half. Last drive was pretty short-lived. Didn't last all too long. A lot of emotion going down the Brotherhood sideline. A lack of communication on defense. Caden Coy under center. Handoff. Harris breaks the tackle. Harris still going. Redirects. And Jakari Harris has a first down. Picks up 10 and moves the chains. Big time run for Harris. Longest play from scrimmage for the Brotherhood. They did go 3 and out last possession, but that's their first down of the game as well. Play clock at 5. Coy takes it. Fullback dive. Harris. No gain. It's actually Horton Jr. rather, for no gain. Third down, or second down, excuse me. From the Cowboy 46. Second and 10, they call a timeout. Play clock was winding down. No urgency, and Coach Morton is upset after that. He is very vocal about it. So that's the second timeout the Brotherhood has called here in this one, in this first half. They're down to 1 the rest of the half, and Coach Morton was just not happy about that. Understandably so. Second and 10 now. Taking the snap, throwing over the middle, intercepted, picked off. Coy gets lurked. What a read. It's picked off by Jules Rivera, the middle linebacker, who makes the defensive play of the game. User lurk. Coy, his first pass attempt today. Picked. Unbelievable. Threw it right to him. And somehow, I don't even know if he saw him lurking over the middle right there, and Rivera just makes a huge play to get the Cowboys the football back. So, third drive for the Cowboys, who have looked better than the Brotherhood in their first couple of drives by a lot. There's Cologne in motion. They're going to give it to him on the end around, and Cologne got nothing. Dropped. Loss of a couple there. It's a loss of 2 on the play. Second and 12. Throwing the screen. That's Cologne right through his hands. It was thrown behind him, though, that time, and it's ruled incomplete. Not a fumble behind the line of scrimmage, just ruled an incomplete pass, and 3 straight completions for Darling, and they've all been trying to get to Cologne. Now it's 3rd and 12. Another 3rd down long for the Cowboys. Darling dropping back over middle. Cologne intercepted that time. He was looking for Cologne, and it's picked off. We don't have number 1's name on our roster, admittedly, but back-to-back interceptions here in this game as the 2 teams exchange picks. And the Brotherhood. It's actually number 7, my apologies. That was Quavion Holder with the pick. Number 7. Not number 1, but number 7, Holder, with a huge interception. He's lunging to make a play there, and Coy going back on the field after throwing a pick just a few minutes ago. All just moved by so quick. And this is one of these games where you just really can't tell who's going to win. I mean, has the advantage, I guess. Worcester looked like they had it early and was making a lot of mistakes, and Brotherhood set up for success on the plus side of the field here. Here's the handoff to Harris. Harris cuts it inside, and it was already too late because he was in the backfield already. Loss of 1 on the play. Coach Morton is extremely vocal on this Brotherhood sideline right below us. 2nd and 10. 3 backs in the backfield here. Handoff. And they got some positive yardage that time for about 4 on the play. And on the carry there was Horton. Horton Jr. for the second carry of his this afternoon. Now it sets up 3rd and 6. We are 5 minutes into this second quarter now. Third and 6. Coy under center. Handoff right up the gut. Big hole for Horton, and he gets a first down, leaping towards the sticks and able to move those chains. First down, and the first 3rd down conversion today for the Brotherhood. Horton, 3 carries, 17 yards, and a big first down there. From the 37 now, 1st and 10 as we are inside the final 6 minutes of the first half. Coy with three backs again. Man in motion that time. It's Adonis Johnson. Toss it to Harris. Right side of the hole. Harris across the 25. Can't bring him down. Gets the first down to the 23-yard line. Gain of 14 that time. Longest play from scrimmage today for the Brotherhood. Harris, 4 carries for 25 yards here in the first half. Another first down on the ground for New England. This ball now at the 23. They've moved it with ease on this drive. Quarterback keeper for Coy on the little wedge right there, and he's able to get to the 20 for 3 yards there. Second down and 7 now. So they ran the old school QB wedge play, just push him from behind, not the tush push. But back when I was playing, call it the wedge. And it works for some positive yardage there, so. Second and 7. Man in motion. Handed off to Harris. And Harris is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. May have lost a yard, and yeah, he did. Going to be third down again. It's actually the first play of negative yardage today for the Brotherhood. Now inside the last 4 minutes to go of the first half. The actual time is 3:30 right now, so our clock is going to catch up naturally soon. Still a 0-0 game. This is some flashbacks to the first Worcester Cowboy game we just had right before this, where nobody scored until the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. And this drought even longer here. Third down and 8. The line to gain is the 13 from the 21. Coy's going to throw a floater. Enzo got a man! Down at the 1, he dropped it. Incomplete. Oh, he had it right through his hands. Would have been down at the 1-yard line. But that is a big-time drop. And now it is fourth down. I believe that was Julian Lozano. Tough seeing the number. I know it was one of the receivers. 3 minutes now left here in the first half. Coy in the shotgun here on 3rd and 8. Harris to his, 4th and 8, my apologies. Timeout going to be called by the Brotherhood. That is their 3rd and final timeout of this first half with 3 minutes left. We'll take 1, 2. Tie game, no score. Brotherhood knocking on the doorstep. 4th down awaits them. Looking to convert, take the lead. We'll be right back here on Fans Only Sports Network. Come back here to 4th down. This is the first 4th down attempt for the Brotherhood. Coy steps up and throws. Got a man in the end zone. Touchdown. What a throw. What a play. And it's 6 points for the Brotherhood. Trayvon James with the touchdown. First completion of the game, and that one had some style points to it for sure. He was wide open. And that's going to be a false start on the 2-point try. No, not good right there, I'll tell you that. 21-yard touchdown, though, from Coy to James. And the Brotherhood with the first lead of the game for either team today. So this false start on the 2-point try pushes this back to the 7-yard line. Or 8-yard line, actually. Coy throws, end zone, tipped up in the air, and incomplete. And the Brotherhood, though, they leave this drive with 6 points. So Worcester will have 2 minutes and 52 seconds to try and get something going. What a drive, though, by the Brotherhood. They had not had a first down all game before that drive. They got a handful on that possession, including a 4th and 8 touchdown. You can't ask for anything better than that. Trayvon James with his first target, first catch, and it's 6. There's an onside kick. Oh my goodness, the Brotherhood almost had it. Hit right off the face of Anthony Urkenos Jr. And they're able to maintain possession. So the Cowboys come back out. They still have all 3 timeouts. 50 yards from Pater here. Darling, the pistol, handoff. And that one, loss of a yard. Jay-Sean Atkins, who had a great first drive. We haven't seen much from him since. Got to get him more involved if they want to have a chance, or at least generate some good offense from what we've seen today. So now that makes it 2nd and 11. Darling has thrown 4 straight incompletions, and they were all looking for Cologne. Darling now looking to throw for Cologne. In stride, he makes the catch. Commentator curse. Cologne to the 4. 47 yards for Cologne. And he almost bobbled that one. Somehow holds on, and it is 1st and goal for the Cowboys. Longest play from scrimmage here today. So yeah, don't doubt Mr. Divino Cologne. Timeout called by Worcester, their first of 3. With 90 seconds to go. Minute 30 exactly on the clock here in the first half. We'll take a timeout too. 6-0 the score. Brotherhood on top. Cowboys took them 2 plays to get 1st and goal. We'll be right back. First and goal from the 4. We come back to Darling handing it off to Atkins. Atkins bumps off a tackle, still going, and he will be short, but pick up a yard on the play. It will be 2nd and goal from the 3. And another timeout called, and it will be by Worcester again with 1:05 to go. They take their 2nd of 3 timeouts with 65 seconds remaining. So the Cowboys, who have had some pretty good offense all game, some 3rd down conversions, a couple of drops / self-inflicted type of stuff that have halted them from really being on the scoreboard or anything like that. They'll have 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line. So if they don't score here, then it's very telling. But up to this point, Darling, the quarterback, has had a really good game. 5 for 9. He has the interception, but has a lot of yards. 81 passing yards here in the first half. Putting a couple of those on 3rd downs, big 3rd downs. Here in the 14U Premier Championship game. Second and goal from the 3. Darling awaits Cologne to come back on the field. He's their go-to guy. You can tell early, and he wants to make sure Cologne's in the right spot here, right off the line of scrimmage. Man in motion. It is Cologne. Fire for Atkins off the fake. Atkins has to make a man miss. He does. Gets to the outside. Jay-Sean Atkins, touchdown. Oh, he looked dead to right for a second. Atkins says, watch me do this. Cowboys in the end zone for the first time today. With 56 seconds left here in the first half. 3-yard touchdown reception for Jay-Sean Atkins. That's his 4th catch already here in this first half, and a touchdown pass from Darling. Cologne in motion on the 2-point try. Darling throws, end zone, got it. They get the 2 right there. And it's Christian Holmes who makes the catch for the Cowboys. First target today for Holmes, and it comes on the lead-changing 2-point conversion. So, good stat to have. Cowboys up a pair of points, not touchdowns, but a pair of points. 2-point lead for the boys from Worcester. Brotherhood will get the ball back, and they'll also receive the second half kickoff as well. If you remember, the Cowboys had the opening kickoff, and they had an 8.5-minute scoreless drive. This time they strike back quick. They get all the way into the end zone in 4 plays from 50 yards out. On the kickoff here, it is Andrew Whitbread, the kicker on this team. Oh, sorry, rather, Whitbread was next to the kicker on the team. It is Christopher Mares, the big fella, booting it down the field with a big burst of speed on the return and gets down to the 49. So they'll have 48 seconds, 51 yards away from the end zone. Coy will lead this offense out for one last drive here in the first half. I mean, maybe it will be more than one drive. We'll see how it all goes down. You never know what's going to happen. The way the last game just went that we just had. Harris the back. Coy looking to throw. Steps up and launches downfield. This one up in the air. It's complete! And all the way in for a touchdown! Oh my goodness! Took him one play! And it's 6. "51 yards. Barry Stevens Jr. with the catch and the touchdown. Unbelievable. Moss to the defender there. I just can't believe it. That's unbelievable. Caden Coy, 1 play drive. And there are a couple of number zeros on this roster, admittedly. "12-8 the score, 35 seconds left here in first half. Coy gives Harris up the gut. Harris gets 2. 14-8. So these last couple minutes, crazy. Got the touchdown drive, a 4-play drive from the Cowboys, and then the Brotherhood, a 1-play drive. Can you believe that? That is insane. Barry Stevens Jr. If that is the incorrect name, please DM us on Instagram at FO Sports. I have the login, so like I said, there's three number zeros on this roster, you know, so never know. That's when they made the most sense. Anyways, There's 35 seconds left. We just saw the Cowboys score very quickly. What is there's a lady running on the field right now as well. I think she's with the Brotherhood, the sister. And whistle's blowing again. Not sure what this is about here. Here's the kickoff. Atkins from the 22. Want the ball in his hands, and Atkins tries to get outside. Nowhere to go. He's closed up. He's still fighting for yardage, though, and gets down to 39-yard line somehow. Just fought his way for an extra about 9 or 10 yards right there, and that was super impressive from Jayshon Atkins, who we just saw have the touchdown on the last drive for the Cowboys. 24 seconds remaining here in the first half. There's a flag on the field as well. And this is going to give the Cowboys some extra yardage here. Wow. It was unsportsmanlike conduct at the end of the play. You saw everyone was jumbled up in that pile right there. And it's an extra 15 yards for the Cowboys. Just the fourth penalty called of this game. Cowboys have one timeout. They're 45 yards away from the end zone. Darling sets up Atkins out of the backfield. Atkins gets through some traffic. Atkins gets through the sideline. Could not get out of bounds, though. Picks up 20. And now the Cowboys will take that final timeout with 14 seconds remaining. Atkins so good in the open field. Able to get 20 more on that play. So they'll have one shot. Actually, they'll have a couple shots here with 14 seconds left. That was their last time out, though, the Cowboys. Unless I made a mistake. Maybe they have one more. Human error is a thing, but my count, that was their last time out, so. The ball at the 25-yard line. Atkins to the right of Darling. Second down, or first and 10, rather. Darling steps up, looking, throwing, end zone, up in the air for Cologne, incomplete. Out of reach for him. And didn't really have a chance with 6 seconds left here in the half. One more shot, the end zone. Like I just said, the Brotherhood receive the second half kickoff, so this is a big play for the Cowboys. I'm sure if they had timeout right now, they'd use one and try to draw something up. Instead, they just have 6 seconds and William Darling. 4 receivers lined out wide. Darling fires. End zone, jump ball, incomplete. There's still 1 second left, and actually triple zeros on the clock. That ends the first half. The Cowboys think there was still 1 second left. I thought there might have been 2. Let's see if they add it back. I mean, I'm not sure. They might. And it looks like they might add it back. Are they? The referees looked like they were thinking about it, but the Brotherhood, they're already making their way down to halftime. So, yeah, that's going to end the first half. No time left. Brotherhood up 14-8 with a launch to end the first half from Coy to Stevens, able to put the Brotherhood back in front and send them to halftime with a 6-point lead. We'll be right back here on Fans Only Sports Network for the rest of this one here in the 14U Premier Championship. What a game it's been here from Providence. here the second half of action from Providence, Rhode Island. Here at Brown University, it is a 14-8 lead for the Brotherhood, who had the ball to begin the second half with a 6-point advantage. And what a one-play drive they put together to have the lead at halftime. The Cowboys took their first lead with a minute to go in the half, but then Caden Coy launching the deep ball for his second touchdown of the quarter. This is a game that had no score until about the 2.5-minute mark of the second quarter, and then we saw 3 touchdowns in the last 3-ish minutes of game time after that. So it's been a strategic game by both these teams. It's come out in spurts, though, with one more half remaining here from the quadruple header on Fans Only Sports Network. I'm Tim Duffy, bringing you back here live in Providence. Been here all day, 4th of 4 games, and only the second game we've had that wasn't a shutout. The first 2 games were both shutouts. Our last game we just had was a masterpiece, and this game on pace to be a very good one as well. With the Brotherhood, chance to go up 2 scores to begin the second half. Here's the kick, booted towards the middle of the field, and it's going to be picked up, and he's dropped immediately. Big tackle there by Andrew Whitbread, who gets the stop. This ball going to be placed at the 28-yard line. That is where the Brotherhood will start this drive. Handoff right up the gut for Harris, and Harris goes up the middle here. Harris down to the 36 for a gain of 8. Big first run of the half to open things up for the Brotherhood. And Harris has had a good one so far in this game. They actually give him 9 on the play there. And it's had a good game so far. 6 carries, 33 yards for Harrison. You think they ought to give it to him a little bit more. Coy, give it to Harris. Right up the gut. Tries to go outside, and he's wrapped up. But does get the first down on 2nd and 2. Brought down by Ethan Lirio. But that's enough for the first down. Fresh set of downs here for the Brotherhood. The 39-yard line. And selection of plays in that first half. 4 passes for the Brotherhood. 9 rushing plays. Both touchdowns came through the air, though. Going around the corner, Harris steps out of bounds after a gain of a few, and then that's good for 5 on that play. Just chipping at it is the Brotherhood. It's getting some yards after yards. It's good for 5. It's been a run-first attack from New England, the Brotherhood. Worcester loving the air so far on this one. Here's the handoff. And it's a big gain and a whole lot more. Gets down all the way to the 44-yard line. From their own 44 to the Worcester 44. Good for 12. Another first down. That was the guy whose number is X. We don't have that on our roster, who X is, but his jersey number is the letter X, and he gets 12 in the first down. Offense really picking up here for Worcester. Here's the handoff, and it is X again. And he'll pick up 3 on the play, but a flag is down. I can't tell. Yep, that's a flag. It's a hold. And that's a hold against the Brotherhood. That's what the flag was for. Makes it 1st and 20. Puts him back on their own side of the field as well. Coy sends his man out, and that's a false start against the Brotherhood again. Back-to-back flags, so a hold and a false start. Turns a very promising 1st and 10 into a 1st and 25. With just over 8 minutes left here in the third quarter. This is approaching the 5th minute of this drive, and it's just starting to get points in the wrong direction here for New England. I mean, from the 41, another flag. Another flag. And I think this was a delay of game that time. So bring it back even more. 1st and 30 now. I mean, how bad is this for the Brotherhood? Another penalty. And yeah, it was a delay of game. 1st and 30, throw it outside. This one is caught. Makes the catch, breaks the tackle. It's Horton Jr., and Horton Jr. has a first down. He's still going. Horton Jr. to the 25-yard line. After all that, they end up getting the first. Are there any flags? Oh, there is a flag. There is a flag on the field. And this is not going to count from what it looks like. And that looks like a illegal blindside block, I believe it was. So they bring it back up to the 40-yard line, though. So it was 10 yards from the penalty. So the penalty was at midfield. And instead of 1st and 30, I'm just losing count at this point. It is 1st down and 20. 1st down and 26 from the 40. So Coy looking to throw. Coy sets his feet, trying to make something happen here, and he can't. He does get a yard, but that's it. Now it's only 25 yards from the first down marker as we're already halfway through this third quarter. Passing the 6-minute mark of the third. Second down and 25 now. Coy, hand it off up the middle. Jakari Harris lowers the shoulder and he picks up 5 on the play. And there's an injury on the field. Against Worcester, man is down. Anthony Urkenis Jr. slow to get up. He's holding his lower body. Looks like a timeout here. Third down and long coming up when we return. Third and 20 now. Urkenis able to come off the field after that lower body injury right there. Third down and 20 now. That is the official yardage they need to gain. A 7+ minute drive. That was almost a false start again. Here's Horton Jr. on the screen, and Horton Jr. is going to get close to it, closer than you might have expected with the screenplay right there, and it's going to now be 4th and 5. He got 15 of the 20 yards. 4th down and 5, and probably going to go for it here, the Brotherhood. They're 1 of 1 on 4th down today. This is a drive that we just saw 1st and 30 on. Crazy how they've been able to get it back up to this level. Let's make it a 4th and single digits here. And only 5 yards. They convert a 4th and 8 earlier into a touchdown. Showing blitz. Almost drew him off. They did not, though. Try getting the hard count that time. And now a timeout is called by the Brotherhood. Their first of the half. With 3:49 to go in the second half. Each team used all 3 timeouts in the first half. But this game, when it's not about scoring in the 4-minute offense, it's just about time management. I mean, we saw the Cowboys open up the first half with an 8.5-minute drive. The Brotherhood doing the exact same thing right now. 8 minutes, 11 seconds deep into the second half. We have not seen the Cowboys have the football yet. It's only been the Brotherhood. And let's see if the Brotherhood can be dissimilar to the Cowboys in the fact that they are able to score on this long opening drive of the half. Cowboys could not score on theirs after failing on a 4th down. Turning it over on downs. This Cowboy defense is tired. This timeout may have helped them out. Brotherhood looking to get a good play here. 4th and 5. Here's Coy. Hard count again, not going to work. Awaiting the snap. He takes it now. Play action. Coy pumps, pulls it down. Under pressure, gets by a defender. He's still chased. He throws him the move. It's incomplete, and the Cowboys will take over on downs. But there is a flag. There's a flag at the 37-yard line. Referee picks it up, and it was against the Brotherhood anyways, so that'll get declined, and the Cowboys take over on downs. So great pursuit right there by a couple of Cowboy defenders. It was Lirio who was there first, then nobody gave up on the play. Able to contain Coy, not let him get outside on his feet. And that is a turnover on downs. The first turnover on downs from the New England Brotherhood here today. Looking to throw. Darling, oh my goodness, it was nearly intercepted. It should have been picked. Right through the hands of Deontay Horton Jr., who has caught everything on the offensive side. He couldn't make the catch there. Unbelievable. On the defensive side, man, that would have been a big play. 2nd down now. Darling looking to his left. Under pressure. He'll get out of it momentarily. Now fires too high. Incomplete. He had Evan Valente, the tight end there, but it sailed it over his head, and it falls incomplete. Now it is 3rd down. Cowboys convert their first 2 third downs on their opening drive. They are 0 for 3 since, 2 of 5 altogether. Third and 10. Darling under pressure. He's dropped. Sacked back at the 33-yard line by Jamar Jackson. And now a flag after the play. Let's see what the flag is. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Brotherhood. It's against Jackson after the sack. I don't know what he said or did, but Coach Morton was in his face on the sideline. It's an automatic 1st down for the Cowboys. Unbelievable. That was the first Brotherhood sack today. And the sack was immediately followed by the unsportsmanlike conduct. Unbelievable. Should be 1st down. This is 4th, 6th. I don't think the chains are right here. That's going to be a jump anyways. And that will officially move the chains. I mean, I don't know why it was still 4th. It wasn't even 4th down before that. So that was really weird that the 6A 4th down. The chain guy's got to get right. But another offside. First offside, actually, of the game. It's a Brotherhood there. So back-to-back penalties. That is the 7th and 8th penalties against the Brotherhood here this afternoon. Darling with just over 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Hands it off right up the middle to Atkins. And Atkins with a modest gain of just a couple, so a solid first down run. Positive yardage there. It's just his 4th carry today. He's got 5 catches, though, as well. Listed as a running back, mind you. Got 5 catches for 42 yards and the touchdown. 2nd down and 8. Handoff to Atkins. And Atkins explodes through the line and gets the first down to the 36-yard line. Good for 10. And another chain mover right there. First down here with just over a minute left. Go right back on the ground to Atkins, riding the hot hand, and Atkins spins and pushes and is able to get about 4. And now another flag in the pile right there. This is going to be against somebody for roughness or unsportsmanlike. I mean, we'll see what it is. It was after the play, and it is against the Brotherhood again for unsportsmanlike. Unbelievable. The discipline from this team right now is non-existent on this drive. They had a drive-ending sack a few plays ago, and now the ball is at the 21-yard, it's at the 19-yard line. So a red zone trip now officially for the Cowboys. 33 seconds left. Low snap. They give it right up the middle here. And the run there from Torres. They said he was down first, so Torres is down. Ambulances came as well, maybe for the middle linebacker. Your Kenneth, who we saw get injured earlier. Final seconds of the quarter. And 15 quarters down here for Brown University today. 1 quarter remains, and it's beside the 14U Premier Champion of the NEYT. Brotherhood up 6 after 3 quarters. The Cowboys knocking on the doorstep at the 19-yard line, looking to retake the lead. We'll be right back here on Fans Only Sports Network. Second and 10 to begin the fourth quarter at the 17-yard line. Darling throws. Oh my goodness, almost intercepted. The receivers just did not turn around right there. And it's incomplete. And now it's 3rd down. There were 2 guys in the area. It was Cologne and it was Atkins. I don't think either were ready for it right there. Sterling just had to get rid of it, and it nearly backfired. Third down and 10. Big play here for Darling and this offense. Atkins to his right. Darling takes the snap, looking left, fires that way. It's caught. A flag is down, making the move and getting to the end zone, or very close to it. Brought down at the 2-yard line there was Lucas Daly for his first catch today, but let's see what the flag is. More laundry on the field. The Brotherhood are saying it is against the Cowboys. And Daly, it looked like he got horse collared there at the end of the play, too. The boys are loving it from Daly. They're giving him a lot of love after that catch. And it is against the Brotherhood. There was a hold on the defense, and they decline it. Now it's 1st and goal. So a 14-yard gain on 3rd and 10. 1st and goal now from the 3. Lucas Daly with the biggest play of the drive. Now another flag. This is going to be against the Brotherhood bench, I think. Yeah. Brotherhood bench losing its temper for sure, I'll tell you that. And yeah, it's against the Brotherhood bench. And I think it's just a warning right now. Oh no, they're going to blow it dead and move this ball up half into the goal, yeah. It's at the 3 now. Now it's at the 1.5-yard line. So the Brotherhood bench, they kept running their mouths. Instead of 1st and goal at the 3, it's 1st and goal at the 1.5. We'll call it the 2 for our broadcast. 1st and goal. Referee just told the Brotherhood bench, I will throw you all off the field. So shut it. Word for word, bar for bar. Here's 1st down and goal. Revised at the 2-yard line. Handoff. Atkins lowers the shoulder, trying to get in. He is down at the 1/2-yard line. As the official said, down at about the 1/2-yard line. 2nd and goal now from the 1. The action intensifying. This Brotherhood bench, the temper from this coaching staff. Now the Mr. NEYT who helped us get here in the first place. See him with the black jersey, black polo here. He's going to say something to this team right here. We just got spectators on the field on 2nd and goal. It's unbelievable. From the 1, give it back to Atkins around the corner. Atkins trying to get it. He can't. He gets dropped. Loss of 4 on the play. And oh my goodness, why do you go outside there though? From the 1-yard line? Why are you going outside like that? Makes no sense. But when you have Atkins, who's had a pretty good game doing that, he had a touchdown like that earlier, it might make sense. Timeout called by the Cowboys. It's a loss of 5 on the play. And we come back. 3rd and goal from the 6. Third and goal from the 6. We're back here following the timeout. Low snap. Darling under pressure, trying to get through the traffic, and he'll push it forward for about half a yard. And they'll go in the books as a sack for the Brotherhood. So that's their second sack here. Not sure who it was on the far side, but it remains 4th down and goal at the 6. So failed third down. They had 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line, these guys. And now it's the biggest 4th down of the season for the Worcester Cowboys. Play action. Gonna take off. Throw it incomplete. And that's a legal forward pass anyways. They didn't call it, but that... Yeah, no, they do have the flag out now. Darling threw that ball about 3 yards above the line of scrimmage. And it's a turnover on downs regardless. Going back to the Brotherhood. Big time stop for New England. And the 1st and 10 at the 9-yard line. Nine minutes left here in the 14U Premier Championship game. End around. Trying to get through some traffic here. And it's Deontay Horton who's able to get a very modest gain there of about 5 on the play. Now 2nd down and 5. Or there's actually a flag, so forget that. It's not a gain of 5. It's 1st down and 14, so another hold, I believe it was. Eleventh penalty against the Brotherhood here in this championship game. That's a false start. Yup, and they call it. Oh my goodness, another penalty. The penalties in this game have been crazy. This will bring it back to the 3-yard line. So 1st and 16 now. A dozen penalties on the Brotherhood. Remains 1st down. Just over 8 minutes remaining. We're going to let the clock catch back up with ours. Keaton Coy comes back in. He was not lined up to take that snap at quarterback last play. First down and 16. The 19-yard line is the line to gain. This will be another salvage the clock. It's not a false start or a penalty. It's a timeout by the Cowboys. So that's their 2nd timeout. Thought we'd have another 3rd straight penalty. Not quite. Just a call for time with 7:49 left. So Cowboys used their 2nd. The Brotherhood has used 1. And there's 7:49 left here in the 9th of 9 championship games this weekend. Gonna run Harris. And Harris, following the timeout, gets to the 12. Got 9 on the play. And you can't really ask for a better play than that after what we just saw happen the last few plays. With penalties and all this other stuff too, and now it's 2nd and 7. Harris takes the direct snap. Gonna pound it left side, and Harris is close to the marker. He looks to be about a yard short. Maybe he got there. I think he might have. Yeah, got to the 19. That's a first down. It should be. Yeah, it is. All right. First down for Shakari Harris. His last 5 carries going for 9, 5, 5, 9, and 7 here in this second half. So they'd be wise to keep this offense around him. 35 rushing yards in those 5 digits combined that I just mentioned here. Harris going left. Harris. And another flag down. Harris is slow to get up. Referee just chucked the flag about 10 yards. And it's against the Brotherhood for a hold. Again. That was against Gavin Giles, the center, who had his hands on his head. He couldn't believe he got called for one there. And a baker's dozen worth of penalties for the Brotherhood here today. Makes it first down and 14. Harris, another flag. Oh my goodness. What is going on? A false start again. 14th flag against the Brotherhood. And bring this thing back to the 10-yard line. 1st and 19. Clock continues to wind down. 5:08 and counting down, and this team just cannot get out of their own hair. I mean, this is unbelievable. Harris can hand off on the end around for Horton, and he gets about a yard there. They're going to give him a few extra, it looks like. And whistle's blowing again. Clock's stopping again. Got a man still to get up. It is Giles. He's going to the sideline here. Rather, that is Jay-Sean Gonzalez. So, a little injury stoppage right there. They call it a gain of 3 for Horton as well. to make it a 2nd down and 16. 29-yard line once again is the line to gain. Harris looking for a hole, finding it himself. Harris puts on the Jets. Harris 1st down. Harris to the 39. 25-yard run for Jakari Harris. It's his longest carry of the game. Puts the Brotherhood in a really good position now. All the way down to the 38-yard line. Wow, they needed 16. They get 25 from Harris. Three and a half minutes to go. Worcester only has 1 timeout left. You can only stop the clock once. Harris, this offense still running through him. He'll give it to Horton on the end around, and Horton picks up 5 more right there to make it 2nd and 5. And it's just been those same 2 plays. Either Harris will either find a hole himself, or he's going to give it to Horton on the end around. On this drive, that's what it's been the entire time. Caden Coy still not on the field. Harris is going to give it now not to Horton, but instead to the X-Man this time, and he breaks the tackle, has a 1st down, still pummeling through traffic to the 46-yard line. Gain of 11 for the X-Man. He's got 23 rushing yards here today. And Worcester takes their final timeout with 2:18 to go. It's a fresh set of downs for the Brotherhood. Brotherhood on the plus side of the field. No more timeouts here for the Cowboys. They've used all of them. Now they just need a stop. Harris is going to make it tough after picking up 7 on that play. And now an injury timeout for the Cowboys. This will give them a free timeout here. Man slow to get up. And hobbling off the field is Wilkerson Francique. So that stops the clock with 2:07 after the 6-yard gain. And, you know, I'm not trying to encourage anything. And maybe it might be sharp to fake an injury if you're the Cowboys. But that's what some people in the crowd might think that could have been. So 7-yard gain, though, for Harris. A 1st down ends it, though. In all essence, here's the handoff, and they won't get it there. Horton gets stuffed for a loss of about 3 on the play. And now it's 3rd down. Just the second rush of negative yardage all game for the Brotherhood. And now, are the Brotherhood calling a timeout? Oh, the Cowboys. Okay, so they did have one more timeout left. My apologies. They did have one more left, and they use it here. With a minute and 38 seconds to go here in regulation. So, big play here. The Brotherhood, they're 1 for 4 on third down today. And 1 of 2 on fourth down. If they get it close to the sticks, you know they're going to go for it on fourth down and try to win the game. Why wouldn't they? Back to play. Harris right up the middle. Harris pushing. He's close. He's still going, and they'll get it. Jakari Harris gets the first down and essentially ends the game. Needed 6.6. And the Brotherhood will get that championship trophy. What a game for Jakari Harris. .97 rushing yards for Harris in this game. 1st and 10, they're still snapping it. Harris will get 100 on the day with this. And get down to the 31, gain of 5. And gets over the 100-yard plateau with that one. On only 14 carries today. 30 seconds to go here in the championship game. The Brotherhood, they have not started celebrating yet. But they will. They got to run one more play. Might as well just kneel it. I mean, nine seconds, 8 seconds. Harris will just keep it himself. Gets off a, bounces off a tackle, and Harris fumbles the ball. There's a flag down with no time left. It was against the Brotherhood. That was a weird ending. I don't even know why they snapped it, or just didn't just kneel it. But it doesn't matter. The Brotherhood, the 14U Premier Champions, here in 2025. I mean, there's still something going on the field right now, but talking about that flag and other stuff. But the Brotherhood, they win. They win it here. And I mean, the other 3 games, it was pretty obvious when the game was over and a victor was named. But I mean, nobody on the Brotherhood even seems to be celebrating right now. I mean, they got to run one more play, even though it was against the offense, which would just end the game usually. So yeah, one untimed down. This is just going to be a kneel, and that's it. The Brotherhood wins the 14U Premier Championship game. And now the celebration begins. They have to run one more play. They do it, and they win it. 14-8 the final score in a scoreless second half. They dominate the clock for the last 24 minutes and are the 2025 champions. So, from Tim Duffy and all of us here at Fans Only Sports Network, what a day it was. What a weekend it was here from Brown University. The NEYT championship games. A lot of great winners here today. Top Gun being the first winner, obviously earlier this morning. Seems like forever ago at this point. The Top Gun 13U team, the Ocean State Elite 14U team, the Worcester Cowboy 15U team, and now Brotherhood, the New England Brotherhood 14U squad are the champions. So from all of us here at Fans Only Sports Network, we're out of here. What a day, what a weekend it was, and what a way to cap it off here from Brown University. The Brotherhood, they win it. To wrap things up, Tim Duffy signing off.